as an intro to this Webster Magneto. It's not a rebuild simply because the instructions was to get the engine running. Well, also the instruction was to recharge the magnets right here. The engine tripping the magneto, not that I ever tried to start the engine with this magneto on it, knowing that the owner wanted it recharged. So, just take it off, recharge it. In doing that, the mag had been tripping it with my screwdriver, had been intermittent with the spark produced. Really good at times and then poor at other times and non-existent at other times. So as you'll see in the upcoming videos, I'll have to get one of these some spacers, because this end play, as will be noted later, the end plate was almost the thickness of one of these spacers. This one having two, that one having one. When it tripped, what was happening would let this armature move back and forth the distance of that, about a 1/16 of an inch. So to take it apart, to put the spacer in here, the shim, to line it up center in the housing, is to trip the mag was intermediate to say. So it come to find out the pole pieces in there, the vanes here on this armature had been making contact very little. So when it slid sideways, it put it in it let it do like that. So the point is this is what we're at up to the present time, not what happened to the mag in the past or its use hereafter. So to evaluate this magneto, and the intentions for me is to put it all back together with the springs on it and all that, and cleaned up a little, and recharge. And if it doesn't produce a spark, then can run the engine on a battery and coil until the decision is made what to do about this mag. Because at the present time, putting the micrometer on this shaft right here, it's like 434 thousandths. And it's egg-shaped, oblong or something. I'll show it to you. Okay, when you turn that, you can see the wear pattern on that shaft right there, to the point where it's really evident that that's worn down just by looking at it. It's that amount, a full 1/1000th of an inch. So, along with the hole in the end plates is worn quite excessively, enough to let that armature come out of center line to make contact with the pole pieces. So, and the attraction is going to be greater once that's recharged. So, and the coils, well, you'll see later in the videos, I did go ahead and saturate them with some polyethylene, polyurethane, but this one right here has a loose covering on it. So I suspect probably as to see the functionality of it, a little dab of super glue will suffice right there. But regardless, it doesn't remove the wire from this unit. The fix would be, and it does end up being expensive, is the 2 end plates, and they are available on for sale, and also a new set of coil windings. These were, if you look right sideways in there, some of the windings are actually exposed to the eyesight. So, but enjoy the upcoming videos, and we're gonna get this engine running here pretty soon. Oil hole up. YouTube. I think down there in Florida. YouTube. Creator. Antique engine stuff. Amongst other things. Oil hold up. Check them out. And I got a box of Chevrolet parts the other day, and I get them toted home here in a couple of days. But yeah, not sure what year they was, but interesting enough to spend some time with them. So thanks, man. And these things right here, and if you don't have none of these, I think the story is now, best I can relay it, is these things right here, and it's no better time than to have them laid in over there than right now if you working on one of these magnetos, because you can get you some solvents and you can poke it down in that hole there. Okay, see that hole right there? I done already put that through there a couple times, just that many. You've seen it. So, and I can see down in there that that's really, really, really clean. And the reason I need to know that, and these don't dissolve either. You can get these over at Northern Tool. I think you have to ask the girl behind the counter. I think you have to request these, and they have them in the back room. I think I think that's where they are. I'm just saying, watch that thing work. It's the perfect tool from what I'm doing right here. Thanks, man. But these Webster end plates, there's a difference in them. Don't quote me on no Webster parts just yet. But supposedly the ones I have over, I've done run into it already, is the parts, some parts on some models changes with other parts on other models, and then some parts on some models don't interchange with other models. I'm just saying, you have to work on them as a one-on-one until you run into something that don't work. But the objective here in this little episode of life, I guess, is when you're scraping on something, if I can give you some advice for that blank page over there, when you're scraping on something like that, the whole time you observing what you're scraping away and which side it is and how come it's there and not all the way around. You know what I mean? It's you got to keep that, remembering that, as to if that hole in there is worn. So we'll look in, I'll dry it up and we'll look in that hole. If you was wondering, I'll tell you the reason that they're down there. Them green leaves amongst them brown weathered leaves, that's the result of a couple of days ago. We had a freeze here. And the whatever kind of bush that was that's over our head here, it don't have no leaves on it because they all froze. And then today it got really warm and all them leaves fell on the ground. Just thought I'd bring that to your attention. Oh yeah. You know, kind of, keeping up, coming to check on it as time goes by. You know that old tree that fell down, you remember that? We done already talked about it. We looking off to the west this evening. From here in Middle Tennessee, the geographical center of something. Shop, dog, sound.